It's another big fight night and the Celtic Tigers are on the prowl. John Duddy has a world title shot at his sights and he tops the bill, so he can't afford a right royal slip-up against England's Prince Arron. So the middleweight clash between John Duddy against the regal-sounding Prince Arron tops our bill tonight. Yes, a very good evening to you. Welcome to the National Stadium here in Dublin for this hunky-dory's Celtic Tiger fight night. We have a packed night of live boxing for you. John Duddy, of course, the highlights, and Mick Dowling and Jim Rock are here with me. Gentlemen, nice to see you again. Everybody, Mick, talking about John Duddy, and everybody getting very excited about this guy, not just on this side of the water, but in the States too. Are we right to be excited about him?
I think we are. When we saw him here in July, he was very impressive. You know, he had a knockdown in the first round, then had to settle down throughout the contest to box well, and he showed us that night that he can not only just fight, but that he can box as well. And then when he piled up the pressure on in that final 10th round, he was good enough and strong enough to get a stoppage inside the distance. So I think, yeah, he deserves the credit that he's getting at the moment. He is a good, exciting fighter. He certainly excited the folk over in New York and in the United States in general. And since he's come back here, yeah, I think everybody's taken to him greatly.
Jim, your assessment of John Duddy, you know this weight division extremely well. Where can he go?
Well, John Duddy, he seems to have captured the imagination of the boxing public, both here and abroad. He's very exciting. He loves to fight, and he gives people like value for money. He loves to trade there. Even if he can win a fight fairly easy of his boxing skills, he just tends to go in and have a brawl with them. And the general public, they love to see that. You know, he gives them value for money. He gives them excitement.
Okay, guys, well, we've lots to talk about. We've lots of live boxing as well, and we're going to get straight to the action now. And we mentioned Ricky Hatton. He's actually in the corner now for his younger brother, Matthew, who is taking on a Finnish opponent, a gentleman by the name of Samuli Leppiaho. I hope I've said that right, but Jimmy McGee and Dave Boy McCauley will set me straight. Boys, it's all yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to viewers joining us live on RTE Sport to the National Stadium here in the city of Dublin. Please join us in welcoming to the ring Matthew Hatton.
Matthew Hatton, 26 years old, has had 35 professional fights, 31 of them victories, 1 a draw, and therefore if you do your mathematics, you'll know only 3 defeats. And his big and older brother Ricky proudly in his corner, breaking training to come over to Dublin tonight for this fight, which in his own way, Dave Boy McCauley, is rather unusual.
Yeah, but that's the sort of fella Ricky Hatton is. You know, he's here, he likes doing the corner, especially when it comes to his own family, and he wants to be here to make sure he gives all his brother all the encouragement that he needs.
Ladies and gentlemen, this, ladies and gentlemen, is an international welterweight contest scheduled for 8 3-minute rounds. Between and introducing firstly, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the white trunks trimmed with black. He comes from Finland and weighed in at 10 stone, 6 pounds and 6 ounces. Holds a 14-fight record, 9 wins, 4 losses and 1 draw. Please welcome from Finland, Samuli Leppiaho. And his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, across the ring in the red corner, wearing the multicoloured trunks trimmed with black. He weighed in at 10 stone, 8.5 pounds, and brings to the ring a 35-fight professional record, 31 wins, 3 losses and 1 draw. He's the current IBF Intercontinental Welterweight Champion. Please welcome Manchester's Matthew Magic Hatton. Officials appointed for this contest by the Boxing Union of Ireland is the referee, Mr. Emil Teat, the timekeeper, Mr. Alex McKenzie.
Professionals all the time, okay? Put him up, let's go to work. Put him up.
The voice of Emil Teat speaking to the two boxers, but they know the drill by now themselves. Emil Teat, centre of the ring, son of the famous Fred. Olympic silver medalist, Melbourne, over a half a century ago, and later on a pro boxer and a referee. So in the gold trunks, it's Matthew Hatton. See the guard held up high, protecting his chest bone there by the young Finn. With snappy jabs going out from Hatton. So far, no retort from Leppiaho. Good blocking of the punches there by the Finn. Twice as much experience has Matthew Hatton. That's a good right hand. Just over the top of the guard there of the young Finn.
It's a nice quick 1, 2, 3 from Hatton. He's a nice crisp puncher, and he looks like he has a bit of power. You know, he doesn't look to me right now he's a devastating puncher, but he's crisp, you know, and hurtful. And I suppose in this game, that's all you need, to be crisp and to be hurtful. But it's nice to be a one-punch knockout merchant. But I think just the way he's delivering those punches at the minute, he would be a 2 or 3 punch man before you go on the canvas. But that's a cracking right hand.
He's done it again.
Yes, yeah.
Another right hand. Very good. That's 2 really top-class right hands he's thrown in the first minute and a half of this fight. Nice and bubbly, both of them in the early stages. Finn just carrying the fight to him for the moment. Well, there's no doubt the Finn is vulnerable to that right hand over the top. Just watch for it. Hatton leading with the left, of course, orthodox boxer. And again, that chin was just visible for a moment, and Hatton went for it that time, blocked off by the left hand of Leppiaho. Obviously, the work has been done in the gym by Hatton. Well, you wouldn't be surprised at that, would you? Because he's been working side by side with his brother. A couple of years and the difference in their ages. Ricky, the older one. Last 40 seconds of round 1. Scheduled for 8. Dave Boy McCauley says it's a accumulation of punches from Hatton, and who would argue with Dave Boy? I think you're spot on the ball here, and he's punched a lot in this round.
He has, he's thrown plenty, but as I say, now, it's only the first round. We don't know, he could be feeling his way around, but he looks to me like he's not a one-punch knockout merchant, you know, so therefore he's what you call a nice, crisp, solid puncher. You know. But he's throwing plenty, and that's what it's all about. He's scoring loads of points.
So the first round has terminated, and Matthew Hatton goes back to his corner and in his right shell, like is his brother Ricky, telling him, yeah, you won that round all right, but he knows that himself anyway. That was a good right hand. He threw it a few times.
Yeah, he's caught Leppiaho with a couple of those right hands. But I'd like to see him working a wee bit more to the body now, Jim, because he's throwing a lot of head shots in this round. If he was to vary his shots, head and body, because this guy, the Finnish guy, he's open to a lot of good, solid body shots. He's tall, he's lean, and the elbows are slightly raised, so Hatton here could punish this man to the body. But he hasn't thrown enough in the first round, but that may change in the coming round.
Even at this early stage, there's a little bit of a mouse beginning to develop just over the left eye there of the young Finn. Nothing much, but it's there nonetheless. So we give the first round to Matthew Hatton, and referee Emil Teat waits for the cornermen to get out of the ring. That they've done, and away we go. It's round 2. Starts like the last one started and finished, with the left jab of Hatton.
See what I'm saying there, Jimmy, with the elbows? See the way that was a nice, right, solid right hook there into the body. Now, he's open for left hooks to the body as well, because he holds the elbow slightly raised, and it gives you enough room there to get your glove in below his short rib, and that's where you do a lot of damage.
But he's not sitting back though, Finn. Leppiaho. Hatton would appear to be the stronger puncher and no doubt the more accurate. On the evidence we've seen, so that's that right hand again. That's 3 times it's sneaked in over the top of the guard of Leppiaho. And when he gets back at the end of this round, you'll see that there's a little bit of damage just around, just over the left eye. No sign of blood or anything like that yet, but the punches have landed more or less in the same spot. Every single one of those right hands that he's thrown. What, I think 4 now. Trying to set him up for another one. What difference is in Ricky Hatton and his brother apart from an age difference? It's well known by now that Ricky Hatton is a Manchester City fan, but there's one other huge difference. His brother here, Matthew, is a Manchester United fan. But in the ring, they're very much brothers. Be fun in that house when the Manchester derby comes along.
I wouldn't like to be sitting in between them. That's it. When he throws that right hook to the body, he has great success, but he wants to try the left hook too, because Leppiaho's right arm or right elbow is sometimes is lifted very high, and it leaves his short rib bang wide open to cracking left hook. And that's the sort of things I would like to see Hatton do here, to concentrate a wee bit more to the body. He throws lose the head shots, just cut it down slightly and throw a lot more body shots. Because when you hit the body often enough, the head drops.
Good right hand there from Leppiaho. Nice one, left to the body. There he went for the body there. Hatton. He's just a little short of distance, but he wasn't short of distance with that cracking right. Lovely right hook. Takes the next piece on arms and gloves. Good round this for Hatton. There's the right hand, 1, 2 times more. So that left jaw and just around the left eye of Leppiaho. Good straight left there from the fin, but he has to take 3 in return. This, like the first, is Hatton's round, but even perhaps more conclusively so. That was a bit of a slap from Hatton that time. And the bell ends the round.
This hurts more than shopping for auto insurance.
Suck it up, champ. Esurance takes the pain out of it.
What? I need collision coverage now.
With some of the fastest quotes on the web, Esurance makes it easy to save on auto insurance.
That's why thousands of drivers switch to Esurance every week.
Esurance has got you covered in every season.
Quote by...
Touchdown! If you're on the go, you've got to have Esurance.
Get your fast, free auto insurance quote. Visit Esurance.com today.
New York's storied hockey rivalries are heating up like nothing else. That's why MSG and FSN New York have teamed up with Hummer to present the Metro Ice Challenge. This season, when the Rangers, Islanders, and Devils meet, you'll get fully loaded coverage, including live games, head-to-head highlights, and info. But only one team will reign supreme, all powered by Hummer, the mid-size H3, like nothing else. The Hummer Metro Ice Challenge continues tonight at 7 when the Devils battle the Rangers on MSG and FSN New York.
No, the Finn's trying his best here. He's trying to reply with his own jabs and his own right hands. But Matthew Hatton here, he is having the greater success. He's piling the pressure on. He's very accurate with those jabs and those right hooks. But I would like to see him going a wee bit more to the body. I know he is throwing 1 or 2 body shots, but he's not throwing enough. And young Leppiaho here, he's doing quite well, so we can't all be one-sided. I know he has a slight mark here on his left eye, but it's not really, at this moment in time, it's not really that dangerous, but that could get worse as the fight progresses.
So the corner of Matthew Hatton. And the cold iron on the eyes. Good hard fight. Good hard fight from 2 men here. It's important that Hatton doesn't pick up an eye injury or anything like that, because he's a big date in America on December 8th, when his brother fights the pretty boy. If there were doubles in boxing, like you have in a lot of sports, there'd be some beating the Hatton brothers. There's a guy, good right hand again. There's a lovely left lead and a right cross from Matthew Hatton. And he just makes himself elusive and isn't there when Leppiaho threw his left hand. Nicely taken on the elbow there by Hatton. Head just a little low, but inadvertently so from Leppiaho.
He's doing very well here, Hatton. He's picking his shots. He's working for his openings here. You know, he's coasting along here, and he's not in a big lot of danger. You know, everything's going his own way here, and this is what you like to see. A guy who can have the upper hand here, and he's throwing some nice combination. That's another nice hook into the body. I'd like to see more of those. But he threw some really good combinations. Not a big lot of power in behind the shots, but he's going here more for speed and accumulation.
And that he's doing. He's totting them up, totting up the points. No doubt he's leading. Doesn't want to get careless. He's boxing a few of his brother's big bills. Oh, that's good, and that's the left leg opened up the opportunity for the right hand. And I think his feet got mixed up there, Leppiaho, but he was certainly looked as if he might have been hurt with the right hand. It was a cracker from Hatton, who moves away. Good on his feet, Hatton, really up and around. Tries the right hand again, a little lower this time. That's the right hand getting just half taken on the glove by Leppiaho. Snaps out his own left hand, but each of those that were taken on the gloves there by Hatton. Defensively, Hatton looks well equipped. See, it's the whole package that counts. You've got to be able to lead, you've got to be able to make your crosses, combinations, but you've also have to defend yourself. And that, I think, Dave Boy, Hatton has done really well.
Doing it very well, yes. But Leppiaho here, Jimmy, he's open to see his left-hand side here to the body and to the head, because he's open for a left hook to the head here, because he's dropping that hand slightly, ever so low. Well, not very low, but just enough to get your left hook across to the head and to the body. Now, his left-hand side is that wee bit more protected, you know. But I would think that if Hatton here concentrated on Leppiaho's left-hand side, he would have a bit more success to the head and to the body.
Leppiaho is the one who's in arrears as we come towards the end of round 3. Again, this Matthew Hatton's round. He'll be happy enough with that. And it's going to be an uphill battle now for the young man from Finland. This is a 15th professional fight for the Finn. But you see these combinations that Hatton is putting together. The left lead opening it up.
Yeah, what he's doing here is picture book stuff. He's building up the points. He's winning every round. We're maybe being a wee, maybe being a wee bit too critical about. I can see openings to Leppiaho's left-hand side, but Hatton has a losing success on the right-hand side. And what he's doing is he's winning the fight, and he's winning it quite easy.
Not a mark on his face anywhere, and there's a few of them popping up on the face of Leppiaho. As I said, this is his 15th professional fight. The previous 14, 9 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw. 14 fights have been in Finland, his native country, and 1 in Sweden. So this is the furthest west he's been in his pro boxing career. Jab, jab. Hatton takes the Finn's jab on his gloves. Feints to throw right hand, takes it back. Hatton snappy on that left jab. Oh, it's a right hand, and the Finn shuddered for a moment. I looked immediately at his knees, but there was no collapse in the legs. But certainly his head felt it, and he felt that jab as well from Hatton.
Every punch that Leppiaho threw there, that Hatton took bang on the gloves. So he's got a real good tight defence. Hatton, he's not taking any abuse at all. Those punches aren't getting through. Nice stuff by Hatton again. Lovely combination. No power, but they're scoring the points, and that's what they need in this game, Jim. You need points, because what do they make?
What do points make?
Prizes.
Oh, thank you, Bruce. That's Dave Boy McCauley for sight. Still in the 4th round here, and the Finn is certainly come to earn his money here, because Hatton's on top and aims to remain thus. What's impressed me most about Hatton, apart from this beautiful jabbing and that occasional and accurate right cross, is his defensive work. I think he's been magnificent in defense. He's hardly been a glove laid on him. And right now we're going to have the old gum shield cleaned out. I wouldn't dare accuse him of spitting it out, but
Come on. Let's go.
but Matthew Hatton looking good in this fourth round.
Box.
I feel that there might be just one more round in the film.
That right eye of Leppiaho is left. Just forget that there's one of his eyes who seems to be a lot worse than the other here. I think it's his left eye, or it's one of the eyes. I just can't see, but there's one of the eyes that's there's a lot of damage done to it, and it's getting worse as the fight progresses here. The right eye.
He shipped a fair deal of punishment, mind you. And to say that he's outpointed, we're putting it mildly.
Well, this is what Hatton's doing. He's building up the points here. He's not loading up. He's not wasting energy. He's scoring loads of points. He's throwing loads of punches, and he's hitting the target. You know, but I would like to see the fella now that he has the upper hand, and he must realise now he's not going to be in a big lot of trouble here. So therefore, you can take. It's not that you can take a chance. You can try and vary your shots to the body and to the head and use this as a really good workout. I'm not saying that Leppiaho isn't capable of doing any damage, but at this moment in time, he doesn't look like he's going to do a lot of damage.
Well, certainly you could have any price that Finn will win the fight. But having said that, don't call us, we'll call you. Left lead again from Hatton. Takes them in the gloves there. That's the last two punches again. You hear that slapping noise. I will tell you that he's taken them on the gloves. That's a marvellous defensive display by Hatton. Very impressive indeed. That face tells the story.
We got a chance to do some special things. This New York Knicks team.
I definitely expect us to play well all season long. It's going to be some exciting games in the garden. You can guarantee that.
This year, I think we're not only going to make the playoffs, we're going to make a statement. It may sound crazy now, but we're preparing to win a championship. And this year will definitely be a special year.
It's the home opener for the Knicks against the Minnesota Timberwolves, Sunday on MSG.
The Optimum Triple Play changed my life.
The Optimum Triple Play is now available to our current cable TV customers.
It's the best deal.
Now, when you sign up for Optimum Online and Optimum Voice, you can get IOTV for as little as $29.95 a month, too.
I can watch every sports team in New York free in HD.
I get thousands of movies and shows on demand.
Get IOTV with over 200 all-digital channels and free HD, just $29.95 a month.
I can check my stocks online faster.
Videos and photos? Download in seconds.
Get Optimum Online, the fastest home internet access, 5 times faster than DSL, for just $29.95 a month.
Talk as long as you want. The price never changes.
I get free 411 calls.
Get Optimum Voice with unlimited calling to the U.S., Canada, and Puerto Rico, and 13 calling features included for just $29.95 a month.
This is TV.
Faster internet.
Unlimited calling.
Our best deal ever is now available to our current cable TV customers. The Optimum Triple Play. Call 1-888-GET-ALL-3.
Optimum Triple Play? I love you, man.
FSN New York.
What we have here is basically the same the whole way through. Hatton working with his jab, working for the openings, and then banging that right hand across. And it's been the same thing, the same scenario the whole way through this fight. Loads of combinations, loads of headshots. But I would just like to see 1 or 2 more shots to the body, because I would say this guy would be a pretty good body puncher if he was to let them go.
Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out. Round 5.
It's round 5. Scheduled for 8. As we said earlier on, for Matthew Hatton, as well as tonight, and a payday with his brother in the corner. I wonder how critical Ricky the Hitman is about his brother. I'd say he's incredibly supportive. And if everything goes well for Hatton here tonight, as we said before, he boxes on Ricky's undercard in Las Vegas on the 8th of December. What a night that'll be against pretty boy Mayweather, who reckons he's the best pound-for-pound fighter, not just now, but all time. Well, he can might as well dream here is in bed.
that left jab of Hatton's is opening Leppiaho up like a tin opener, you know, and he needs to be banging his right hands across as well. But it's a cracking left jab. It does all the damage. You know, opens the man right up, and then he follows on with the right hands and the left.
Push his head down, man.
It's one of the best left jabs I've seen in ages. It's very accurate. Because every time he lets it go, it hits the target.
It's hardly missed with him. Hardly missed. There it is. Out goes again, that left jab. How old is this man? He's 26. That's what he is, Matthew Hatton. 26 years old. They've made it easy for Emil Teeth, the referee here. No old messing and holding and wrestling and slow waltzing.
No, it's a good, honest boxing match here. You know, what you're getting here is variety. You know, you're getting body shots, head shots, combinations. You know what I mean? You're getting a whole lot here. Hooks, right hands. Like, they're not one-trick ponies. These guys, you know, they're giving us a very good display of boxing skills.
Well, Hatton must have bigger paydays down the road. There's no doubt about that. He seems to have the whole package. The lead is good, the right cross is good, his defensive work is good. There's more examples of that defensive work, taking on the upper arms, the elbows and the gloves. And then just have a look at his face. Tell me if you see a mark on Hatton's face.
Leppiaho is definitely looking the worse for wear. That right eye is getting a lot more swollen than what it was in the previous round. But it's just taking a terrible battering here from Hatton, because that left jab is never out of his face. It's not a powerful left jab, but what it is, it's a point score, you know, and he's building the points up. He must be a minor bronze. I haven't kept a score in this fight, and I should have. But Hatton has won every round so far.
There have been no knockdowns, that's the only thing, but he's won every round comfortably. Right! He's a gutsy fellow, this Leppiaho from Finland, and that's the end of another round, and another one for Matthew Hatton.
This is you after an energy drink. Unfortunately, so is this. Why do energy drinks make you crash? 1 minute you're wired up, the next you feel worse than before. The answer is large amounts of sugar and caffeine. That's why you should try a new liquid energy shot called 5-Hour Energy. With 5-Hour Energy, you can leave grogginess behind and sail through your day without feeling jittery, tense, or you know. That's because 5-Hour Energy contains a powerful blend of B vitamins for energy, amino acids for focus and better mood, and enzymes to help you feel it faster. There's zero sugar, about as much caffeine as a cup of coffee, and only 8 calories. The 2-ounce shot takes just seconds to drink, and in minutes you're feeling awake, alert, and productive. And that feeling lasts for hours. So if your energy drink makes you crash, switch to 5-Hour Energy. Hours of energy now, no crash later. Find out if 5-Hour Energy is right for you. It's available at these fine stores. Or for more information, go to 5hourenergy.com.
Behold the Angus Third Pounder from McDonald's. A third pound of Angus beef served up fresh and hot. Piled high with everything you crave. Sure, you might have room for fries and a drink, but 2 ketchups? Well, that's just plain crazy talk. The Angus Third Pounder. Feast your eyes on that. Taste the Angus Third Pounder for yourself. Get your free sample November 1st through 4th.
His brother puts the gum shield back in his mouth.
Round 6.
Round 6 is about to explode at the National Stadium on the South Circular Road in Dublin. Left, left, left.
You see, there's a bit of power there. There's a bit of power because he delivered that shot properly. You know, it came from the waist up, and he hit Leppiaho there with 3 good left hooks. Now they hit the gloves, but you could feel there's a bit more power there than there was in previous left hooks that he's thrown.
Tomorrow morning when he wakes up and looks in the mirror, Samuli Leppiaho won't recognize himself. His face is beginning to swell up around both eyes, around the jaws, and a bit of blood now seeping out of his nose. Only seeping. But it's a good performance by Hatton, and it's made them talk around the stadium here, certainly around the immediate ring area. They're talking about him.
But you have to give Leppiaho, sorry for that, but you have to give Leppiaho, Jimmy, credit because he's still there, he's still trying, you know, he's trying his best, he's throwing shots, he's not lying down, and he's coming forward and he's trying to do his best, you know. So I know we've been all one-sided here on Hatton's favour. That's because he's doing most of the work, but you have to give the Leppiaho a lot of credit because he's still there. Oh, that was a cracking right hand.
1, 2, 3, his head was turned at 180 there with that last right hand from Hatton. The referee, Emil Teet, has a good, interesting look at it. Another one of those and he'll step in. Now, that I'm practically certain. So Hatton has to look for that one telling shot now. It could be the left lead followed by that another right cross, and then if the fin stays up from that, he's a better man than we think he is. He's really shipping some punishment now. It's looking like an early night for Hatton. If he's got it in his armory, he still has a minute left in this round. What a courageous, gutsy fellow Samuli Leppiaho is, the young Finnish star. Well, he survived that onslaught, and he's gutsy.
And he was caught with a good solid right hand, and it's one of the best right hands that Hatton has thrown through the fight. There's a bit more power in it.
Three punches without any response from Leppiaho. Hatton sets him up, tries to rest that right hand again, but the fin was just moving away, just moving out a distance with it, and so it didn't have the impact that Hatton would have liked. He trumps a bit with his right hand there rather than throwing an accurate cross. And there's the bell to end the round. What a man this young Finn is. He must have a headache now, Dave.
Well, if it's not now, it definitely will be tomorrow morning. This is good stuff. That was two cracking left hooks. So there was the way, and you can tell by the power because it came from the lateral movement. That's from the waist up doing, and that's how you get the power. I think the fight's over. The fight's over.
Yeah, it's all over. Not surprising, but full credit to Leppiaho. My goodness, he was gutsy. But a good win from Matthew Hatton with not a telling mark on him. If he went home now, they wouldn't know what he was at this evening. He certainly could get away with saying, well, I wasn't fighting anyway, because let's have a look at your face, Matthew. Let's get up close to you. Not a sign of a punch that's landed in his face. So Hatton the winner. And now he'll move on to the United States of America on December the 8th. And there he will undercard his brother and get up close and personal with Pretty Boy Floyd.
Here at the phone company, you've been our customer for a long time. Now Vonage wants to change all that.
Well, over 2 million people have already joined Vonage.
Oh, really? Don't they miss having phone service?
Actually, with Vonage, you get the #1 rated digital phone service with unlimited local and long-distance calls for just $24.99 a month. Hey, New York, do the math. Switch from your phone or cable company today, and you could save up to $299 a year. Now Vonage brings you the world for less. Introducing new international calling plans from Vonage. Now you can make unlimited calls around the world starting as low as $6 more a month. Vonage makes it easy. Around the block or around the world, Vonage saves you money in any language. With Vonage, you get more and you pay less. Sign up with Vonage now and get 1 month free. So what are you waiting for? Come on, join the #1 rated digital phone service today. Call or go online now.
On the next MSG Originals, from the rise of the curtain.
Oh, what a marvelous theater.
All the legendary performances.
The Rockettes are absolutely intrinsic to the success of the music hall.
I kept thinking, Liberace has to play the music hall.
The backstage drama.
I'm announcing the closing of Radio City Music Hall.
The Rockettes were crying on stage.
A compelling new documentary, Diamond at the Rock, 75 years at Radio City Music Hall. Debuts Sunday night at 9 on MSG.
I'm hot for teacher.
She was the best damn woman
that I've ever seen.
Sex and sex and sex and sex.
Mama's got a squeeze box she wears on her chest.
I don't know, but I've been told.
With Get the Lead Out, weekdays at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m.
A big-legged woman ain't got no soul.
And New York's classic rock 24/7.
Sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow tight.
Q1043.
Selling your car, truck, or motorcycle can be a nightmare. But with Big Bucks Auto, it's easy.
Call 888-44-BUCKS.
Or go to BigBucksAuto.com.
Drive in for your free cash appraisal, and we'll buy your car within 20 minutes.
Even if it's leased or financed.
We do all the paperwork. It's simple.
No costly ads or psychos coming to your home, no bait and switch trade-ins, and not knowing what you're really getting for your car.
Don't sell or trade your vehicle until you call Big Bucks Auto. 888-44-BUCKS.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the main event of the evening here at the National Stadium in Dublin. Please welcome in from Manchester, Prince Arron.
That was my thinking. That's what I come into.
Oh, got it.
So Prince Arron is in the ring, and the noise is deafening. Big lad, 6'3". So that's his record, the 12 fights. He's gone well, and he's 19, but he could get away with 14 or 15. Look at his face. I don't even know if he shaves, there, boy.
No, and I'll tell you what, Jim, this man has got nothing to lose here, so there's no pressure, but he's got loads to gain. So that puts big pressure on John Duddy.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Samantha Mumba will sing to welcome in Ireland's John Duddy!
And here he is, John Duddy. And half of the county of Derry must be here in the National Stadium in Dublin. Samantha Mumba, of course.
It's the call of the wild, the invincible soul, and everything in me shall Duddy, Duddy, conqueror, destroyer, with the heart of a lion. His fist is the Irish warrior, invincible as the tigers unleashed on its prey. He's the Irish warrior. I hear the drum beating in this final hour, and everything in me shouts, rise up, fight and conquer, destroyer, with the heart of a lion. His fierce is the Irish warrior, invincible as the tigers unleashed on his prey. He's the Irish conqueror, destroyer, with the heart of a lion. His fierce is the Irish warrior, invincible as the tigers unleashed on its prey. He's the Irish warrior. He's the Irish warrior.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, can I please
There he
ask
is,
you to
John Duddy, the
stand
21 fights, 21 wins.
The national
No
anthems
imperfections
of
on it at all. It's national anthem time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Irish national
Will
anthem
shortly
will be
take the
sung
microphone
by
in
Red
the centre of the ring
Hurley.
to sing the national anthem of Ireland. Red Hurley.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening, live and exclusive on RTE Sport from the National Stadium here in the city of Dublin. Brian Peters Promotions, sponsored by Hunky Dory, proudly presents tonight's main event, an international contest at middleweight. Between and introducing the boxers, and firstly, fighting out on the blue corner, he wears the white trunks trimmed with red and silver. He weighed in at the 11 stone, 8 pound, and fights out of Manchester in England. He holds a 12-fight record, 10 wins, 2 losses. He's the current British Masters champion. Please welcome Manchester's Prince Arron. And across the ring, ladies and gentlemen, in the red corner, his opponent wears the green trunks trimmed with orange. He fights out of Derry here in Ireland and weighing in at 11 stone, 3 pound and 6 ounces. He's undefeated as a professional, 21 big wins from 21 contests. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Ireland's John Duddy. The officials appointed for this contest by the Boxing Union of Ireland, the timekeeper, Mr. Alex McKenzie, the referee in charge of the action, Mr. Emil Teat, who will now give his final instructions to both boxers.
Yes, Emil Teat, familiar figure in the stadium as it was his father before him.
Put him up, let's go.
Great Fred Teat. Well, the odds are certainly stacked against Prince Arron. He boxed only 8 days ago, did Arron? And that was, he won on points then against Martin Marshall in Peterlee. But this is an entirely different task altogether against John Duddy. The stakes for Duddy are immensely high, and he knows it, and away they go with round one. Look at the reach and the height of this man already, Arron. A snappy enough left jab as well.
Well, if he's smart, Jimmy, he'll stay out of trouble, keep things at long range, but it's something now to John Duddy to break him down and wear him down and get inside those big long arms and start banging in good hard body shots and good hard head shots. But if this guy's smart, what he'll do is he'll stick and move, do what he's doing now, be always on his back foot and moving out of trouble.
Right, step back now. Duddy, of course, a good campaigner, but it's only his 22nd profile. I know that's a lot. Many people have been world champions within that span of fights. But Duddy has a huge 2008 ahead of him. One thing he cannot afford to do is get cut. Certainly not seriously. But that can always happen. But height and reach advantage are generally go in pairs. And there's no doubt about it, they certainly do tonight. Long left jab, you can see it going out, so he has inches to spare here, Prince Arron from Manchester. 6'3" he is, and Duddy would be certainly short of 6 feet, that's for sure. Duddy trying to get inside him. But Arron's left hand is good, and he's no dope this young fellow, as we've seen now in the first minute and a half of the fight.
He went down there earlier. I don't know why he went down, Jim. I don't know whether John Duddy got through with a punch or Prince Arron slipped. I haven't a clue. I didn't see what went on, but he went down and he looked like he was. And then John looked at him and wondered what was wrong with him, because I couldn't put my finger on why he went down.
Oh, he slipped then. And now Duddy's having trouble here getting inside him. But of course, Duddy's a cool customer, and he's very familiar with this area here in Dublin, the ring, the stadium, where he boxed so often and so well, both in the Irish Championships and for Ireland. And so popular. Got a wonderful reception when he boxed here the last time against Alessio Forlan, and equally so tonight. Into the ring during the fight now, as finally he's caught, and he's caught Arron with the left hand, and another one to follow up. And Duddy takes a deep inhalation of breath as he comes over to the neutral corner just above us. Emil Teat is counting Prince Arron. Prince Arron looks over to his corner and says, what height am I now? Well, he started at 6'3" and he's gone down to about 6'1", because Duddy is after him. The left hand caught him, and that was the damaging punch. Now is he going to survive another 15 seconds? That's what's in the round. Duddy trying to get all over him now. Tries a right hand, misses the distance, Duddy. Just if he gets in range here, he'll really punish him. Good covering up though from Prince Arron. Covered up very well. There's the bell. He survived it. And I bet half a minute ago, Dave Boyle McCauley, you didn't think he would.
No, look, he survived that, but I would be very surprised if he lasts another 1 or 2 rounds. John Duddy came out, swarming out. It was a decent left hook, put him down, but wasn't a devastating punch. You'll see it here again, bang, there it goes. Not a devastating punch, as you can see yourself, but it did the damage and down he went. So I think that this young man now is looking for an early way out. I can't see him lasting much longer. Maybe this round or the next round, and then bang, he's going home.
Anyway, he took this fight virtually at the last moment. Packed stadium, and among the attendants here, just at the ringside, is Martin Donnelly, the famous M. Donnelly, so much involved with the Bernard Dunn thing. And of course, with Puck and Puck Father, and with what used to be the Railway Cup Theatre Provincial Championships. He was in Ballybougfay this evening for the semi-finals. He's here at the stadium now, and he reminds me the next Saturday evening, 6 o'clock at Croke Park, will be the finals. Now, let's concentrate on what's in the ring. It's John Duddy. Certainly knew the way to the vulnerable parts of Prince Arron in that first round, and Arron is on his bike and trying to stay away now. But how long can he stay away? I mean, how long is a piece of string? If you're Prince Arron at 6'3", but John Duddy knows he has his measure now. It wasn't exactly an incredible punch of strength that put him down the first time, but he got him off balance, and if he does it again, Duddy has the ammunition, there's no doubt about that. And that right hand of John Duddy's is cocked, ready to go at any moment. So far he's quite sparing with it, jabbing away with his left hand. There it goes, the left hand again, and he's finding a way through. And you wonder how long this young man can stay out of danger. He has a long left lead, there's no doubt about that. But Duddy again goes punishing him. We're only in the second round, and it looks as though Prince Arron is about to lose his throne, or the Princess of Thrones.
The writing's on the wall now, Jimmy. You can tell by the way the young guy is looking here, and the way he's conducting himself here right now. He's looking for a way out. He doesn't want to get hurt, but John just can't get those good punches landed. He's throwing loads of shots. They're going round the side. One or two are hitting the target, but they're not doing a big lot of damage. But this young fella, I know by looking at him right now, if John Duddy can catch him with 3 or 4 good hard shots, he wants to go.
It's good night, sweet Prince, if he catches him with 1 or 2 good shots here, because Duddy is the master. Hasn't really opened out completely on him. He can't go mad either. It's only the second round, but he has him in his sights, and one decent punch just might end it for Duddy. How long can Arron survive? Another one there, he took to the body, and that hurt him, there's no doubt about that. And down he goes. It was the first of those couple of punches in that cluster that put him down. He's down for the second time in the fight. He's not exactly in total distress, but he is in wonderment. He's up again, down twice. Emil Teat gives him the benefit of the doubt. There's no reason to stop it or anything now, but the left jab of John Duddy is now living in his face, and down he goes again. And young Prince Arron, he's only 19, the Gotham, and he's had enough. He's had enough, and Duddy's the winner. And come next February, probably February, in the United States of America, John Duddy will fight Kelly Pavlik for the championship of the world at middleweight. Maybe we're counting our chickens before they're hatched. The eggs haven't been laid yet, or maybe they have. But John Duddy is a winner. The stadium loves him. And fair play to Prince Arron. He took the fight late on, and really there was no contest in it. Duddy has kind words for the young man. He has a good job, he's got good height, but against Duddy, Duddy is in there, the Derry destroyer. And believe me, there's no footy Duddy with Duddy, as Arron knows.
No, he did what he had to do. He piled the pressure on, kept the pressure on. He was throwing a lot of shots. Some were landing, some weren't landing, but the ones that were landing were doing the damage, like that right-hander. And I knew, by looking at Prince Arron's face, that he didn't want to know. And he was glad that Freddie Tate didn't let him go on, because Freddie knew the young fella had had enough, and he didn't want any more. And that was why he stopped the fight.
So John Duddy with the shamrock, the proud shamrock on his trunks, is ready for anybody now. And the nice words of consolation there for the young man from Manchester. It was always going to be a Duddy night.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 2 minutes, 33 seconds of round 2, in the interest of Prince Arron's own safety, the referee, Emil Teat, has stopped the contest. The winner, and now 22 and undefeated, Ireland's John Duddy! And ladies and gentlemen, appreciate this, please, Prince Arron.
Viewer discretion advised. The following message may trouble drivers insured with Allstate, State Farm, Geico, and other major insurance companies. We have reason to believe you are overpaying. Yes, overpaying by $349.88 a year on average. Stop overpaying. Call now for a rate quote from AIG Auto Insurance. 10 minutes is all it takes to learn if you're overpaying and by how much. Almost 2 million people have already saved money with AIG Auto Insurance. On average, they keep an extra $349.88 in their pockets. And they have the benefits of AIG Security Advantage, absolutely free. That includes free roadside assistance, free identity theft restoration services, and free emergency travel and medical assistance. Call and ask for a free rate quote today. Call now before you overpay a penny more. Call 1-800-511-1236. That's 1-800-511-1236. Or visit AIGauto.com.
Gluttony starts now.
We're like the Huns, you know? This is like all for the taking, all for the pillaging, but in a nice way.
You gotta think of me as your life coach. You know, for the fun parts.
This is my vacation, too, you know? Don't drag me down.
You're saucy, I like that. Picante.
Hey, buddy. Listen to him.
me a gin upstairs. I know a guy.
And so John Duddy, who's the hottest ticket in New York, is a hot ticket as well.
John, first
in
of all,
Dublin,
congratulations, well done.
Thank you very much.
Give me your thoughts on that particular fight.
Well, unfortunately, as you all know, the opponent that we had scheduled pulled out. Now, you have to give credit, here they are, and he came on at the last minute. You know, he's a brave customer. He didn't have as much experience as me, but I'm a professional at the end of the day, and I have to go and do my job, and I hope everybody enjoyed it.
That's 22 fights and unbeaten. It's a very impressive record.
Happy days. Well, we're working hard, we're training hard. I'm working with Don Turner here. I finally started doing what he told me on the round that he told me to do it on. But at the end of the day, this is a working process. You know, we're on the right track. The world champion's looking at me, and I'm not even the champion, you know, so we must be doing something right.
Talk to me about that World Championship, because there's a possibility that might happen in March in Las Vegas next year.
Well, there's a whole pile of possibilities. In this game here, everything changes on a night. At the minute, like my team, they've been involved in talks, and once anything's more, anything more is final, they'll let me know about it. But at the moment, I've got hopefully another fight this year to take care of, and then I'll worry about the world champion. At least he's worrying about me now.
There's talk that might well be in Belfast in December.
Hopefully, I'm not too sure yet. As I says, after tonight, the team here, the McLaughlin brothers and Irish Ropes, let me know the score. No, they've been looking after me from the beginning of the career, and I think that we've got a great Irish connection out there, and hopefully we're going to be on top of the world in a few more months' time.
I know you've conquered America because they love you in the United States, but what's it like to come back for the second time here at the National Stadium and do so well?
Home's home. You can't beat your own, you know. I love all my fans out there, everybody from Derry the whole way to New York. I love you all. Thank you.
Let me move on to your promoter, Eddie McLaughlin. Eddie, talk to me about the journey, because where are you going from here? What is the plan?
Well, Brian and myself has the King's Hall booked for the 8th of December, and the only thing that will sidetrack that will be a World Championship. But that's against Kelly Pavlik, the newly crowned world champion there last month. But Jermaine Taylor is still in the equation. He still has, he can exercise his rematch, but they had to sign up before before he took the match with Pavlik. So he has until the end of the month. I have been in discussion with Bob Arm already. Team Pavlik would like to have a shot at Duddy before they exercise that, or before Taylor exercises that rematch. If he does, I don't know, but that's where we're at. If it does happen, the show in Belfast looks like the one. It's 80% right now. It's 100% booked, and the pods and all played in it. But as I said, that looks like the one that's to go ahead right now as we speak. So everything else is up in the air.
Of course, there's great excitement about the possibility of fighting Pavlik for a world title in Las Vegas. Give me a percentage. How do you think that will go? Do you think it will happen?
Yeah, well, if it does happen, if it happens in January, it won't be in Las Vegas. It's going to be either in Atlantic City or Madison Square Garden. How will it go? This is what you wish for. 4 years ago, we got into this hoping for, you know, it has been a long haul over the last 4 years. You know, he's 22-0 now with 17 knockouts. You always want to, the brass ring always was the World Championship. And we're right on the cusp of it now. And I'll tell you one thing, the butterflies will begin to kick in, I'll tell you that for sure.
Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Duddy. Well done, John.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
How would you like to run a business of your own from the comfort of your own home? Be your own boss, set your own hours, and make great money. It's not as crazy as it sounds.
Last year, I made over $100,000 a year from my home.
I just made a down payment for our vacation home, working part-time.
We gave up our jobs.
People thought we were crazy.
And we took in over $250,000 in our first year.
Yeah, you have to be crazy to visit this website and find out how to start your home business. Crazy like a fox. There are thousands of opportunities for you, full or part-time. Live the lifestyle you've been dreaming of. The secret is in this success kit. To get yours, log on now.
Next year, my goal is $500,000.
I made $5,000 yesterday.
We've made enough to spend winter in Hawaii.
Crazy? I don't think so. Log on now to get your success kit.